back, sticking to the facts, man. Yes, it's your boy, Fire aka Lee, you know what I'm saying? Let me project, you know what I'm saying? I can be kind of soft spoken at times, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, we here. Uh, Hot topics and discussions, man. You feel me? And right now, all I'm gonna do is just give an overview, on my intentions with this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Um, really, just to provoke thought, express my beliefs, and like-minded individuals. I mean, this is a place you can come, share your beliefs, opinions, etc. And I plan on touching on a little bit of everything. I plan on touching on, the gender war, relationships, friendships, finances, religion, music, entertainment, a little bit of everything, just to give a little background about me for a lot of people that don't know. Fire aka Lit, Bay Area, local rapper, producer, local, I've had a little local success, available on all platforms, YouTube, Spotify, DistroKid, look me up, Fire aka Lit, Earfood, I got a lot of little content out there. And now I'm just, trying to jump in this podcast game, get my feet wet. So hopefully all of y'all that's rocking with me, will support, and take this thing a long way, all the way, But I grew up in Vallejo, California, small town in the San Francisco Bay Area. My older brother, was into music, and he kept some studio equipment around. And I'm the youngest of 7, so I just grew up in the music environment. My brother and his good friend, they wind up having a little studio in Richmond, California. Right, right up there by the Richmond Auditorium. The police station and all that. BMS Productions. So and so when nobody was in the studio, nobody's around, I got the chance to do my thing and got into producing at like 17, and I have been performing since about 13 years old in College Park. That's North Vallejo, right next to the Crest. That's my neighborhood. Lofus, Rancho, it's all North Vallejo. And so since about 13, I've been performing and consistently kind of doing music ever since, And, learned a lot along the way. At about 19, I had a group of one of my good childhood friends from elementary school, born in Oakland, came to Vallejo, California. Rest in peace, Clover D. His anniversary is just August 2nd. In about 9 years now, So rest in peace to my good childhood friend. And we wind up. He was in my first group with me. Stay high fact. That's all we used to do when we was young. Smoke, get high, fight. Do stupid stuff. Steal from the store. Get chased out. Just girls, parties, house parties. All the young do stuff. Drinking, throwing up. All that young, and he was right there with me. And we wound up creating another group, probably in like I was probably about like 18, 19. He's like a year and a half older than me, so about 18, 19. We started a group, Combined Minds, and we started recording demos. Everybody was feeling it, that we was letting, listen to it. We knew we was on to something. So we wind up really finishing the demos, and did the portfolio, the whole portfolio, got them printed up with the pictures, digital pictures, nice, everything. And jumped on a Greyhound and went all the way to Los Angeles, California. You know what I mean? And we went and shopped the demo around to a few record companies. I remember Atlantic and I can't remember right now the other companies that we shopped it to, but Atlantic I remember, and Island Def Jam. We got to Island Def Jam. We met a lady named Stacy Walker, and she went in, she was on her lunch break. She took it in when she came back from her break, said she'd give a listen to it, and she'd let us know what she thought. So when she was done listening to it, she came out. She was like, "I like it. Sounds real good, but you guys need to finish up the demo EP, whatever y'all doing, get it mastered, then come back, and we could probably talk some business." So she gave us her card. And we got back to the Bay Area. We was just excited about the opportunity. You know what I mean? So, you know, when we got back to the Bay Area, though, like Clover D, he was out there. He was doing this PIEIMP thing. He was Pimp Juice, feeling like Pimp Juice. You know what I mean? Sipping that Pimp Juice when he got back to the Bay Area, because that was like the thing that was really hot amongst the young dudes, around that time. It just really was like an explosion in the early 2000s. Pimping been around, but early 2000s, it was like an explosion of young dudes, doing their pimp thing. And he got wrapped up in that when we got back, and wind up, just being busy all the time. When we got back, I was like, instead of spending all this money, to go to somebody else's studio, we may as well buy our own studio. You know what I mean? And that way we ain't got to keep paying all the studio time. We can create, take our time, make classics. And so that's what I did when we got back. I wound up investing my money, bought a nice little pre-production studio, everything we needed, and we was ready to go. And long story short, Clover D wound up getting wrapped up, going to the pen, and I was solo bolo. So I said, man, I don't want to let this opportunity with Def Jam go to waste, so I'm gonna start recording a solo album. And when he get back, we try to figure that out from there. So from there, I started recording some of the hottest music, that I could at that time. I was making, some of the best music I could. And in that process, I wind up getting wrapped up and going to jail in the process of recording my first EP, and so I just only did like 6 months, in the county, so, I bounced right back. I came back. When I came back, I started dropping, more good music, hooked up with P-Reek, and when I got back, man, we started in the studio. It was me, P-Reek, my boy Yada P, aka Memphis. Shout out to the homie for me, still doing this thing out there. And y'all go check him out. Yada P on YouTube, man. Check him out. So, yeah, from there though, I started seeing a lot of these artists getting bad deals. And so from there I said, let me work on my underground fan base, get a nice fan base, and that way I got more leverage, when I come into the game, and so, from there, I've just been, doing a little producing for a few other local artists. I've done a little music with, Turf Talk, Coolio the Underdog, some just, a few local, that some of y'all might know. But still doing music, still a lot coming. Mixtape, 2 disc, jams always wanted to rock. That's coming soon. Check that out. But overall, we living in the end times, and you can see it by just the increase in everything, the increase in crime, poverty. I mean, I never seen so many people holding signs at every corner, so many tent cities, every other corner. It's like you see a homeless camp on every other corner nowadays. And violence, some of the craziest stories every day that I heard, which I intend to be covering a lot of that, in this podcast, just to put a light on the times that we in, you know. I'm a sinner too, and I'm working on, my sins as well, So, not to be hypocritical or say I'm holier than anybody, I'm still working on things, but I do see the evidence that, God is real. Heaven and hell is real. So much evidence that God is here just by the amazing, how amazing the earth and the heavens and, things that you just can't explain, the whole world and ecosystem and, you know, everything is just in harmony. Everything was, you know, made intentionally. Water for your body to cleanse your body. Air to breathe oxygen, food that you can pick right off the vine, ready to go. That's great.
Well, hey, okay.